Hello guys, welcome back to a new Cinema 4D tutorial. And in this tutorial, we'll be learning to create something interesting, which is going to be a hydraulic cube animation. So this is what I'm going to be creating. So let me just bring that in. Yeah, hope you guys can see it. So it's a very simple animation, so see what we get over here. So that is the animation. So we'll be doing the modeling, the texturing, uh, and I'll just be doing for one of the hydraulic cube, and you can make that for how many ever cubes you want. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is go to my render settings and choose 1280 by 720, and now we have a broad perspective view. So the first thing we want to do is want to create a base. So we're going to make a cube, and I'm going to set the X and the Y size to 170 and the size Z to around 10, and we want to go to a fillet, and we want to set the radius to around 3. Then let's set that to 5 default, and actually I want to set the Z to 170 and the size Y to 10, and I'm going to set this to actually 4, and so I'm just going to call this base. Next, let's build the bottom part. So how this is going to work is we're going to have two sets of legs. So one is the broader one and the other one is a smaller one which fits inside this broader one. So for that, we're going to go and grab a sphere first, and I want to set the radius to around 50, and we're just going to drag it up and make sure that let's go to the front view and make sure that this is sitting right on top of the base. So around the 20 in the Y should do the trick, and then we're going to go, and actually I'm going to set the radius down to 14. 15 I feel is a bit too much, so let's take this and drop it down, so say around 19 centimeters. Okay, and then what we want to do is want to go and grab a cylinder, and in the cylinder I'm going to set the height to 90 and the radius to 7, and just going to drag this up so that it's somewhere encompassing here, and I'm going to take the cylinder and drop it inside the sphere, and I'm going to duplicate the sphere twice, and then we're going to go to the top view, and here we're going to place one sphere over here. Then we're going to take one sphere and we're going to just bring that a bit down, and we're going to take the other sphere and place it somewhere over here, and okay, so this is going to be -20 and 15 for the Z, and we're going to take this and we're going to set this to -20, not that, oops, this one, 20 and 15, so we get an equal placement. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go here, and so this is our view. We are going to rotate it. So actually I'm going to take these 3 spheres first and bring them down a little bit more, and here we're going to select, let's actually keep it like this. So we're going to take this one, and in the coordinates I'm going to set that to -17. Rotation tool, yeah. So why isn't this thing rotating? No, yes. We want to set this to -17, and this will be to -20 probably. Actually, let's set that to 20. So we move around, we get something like that, and we take the next sphere, which is here. I'm just going to bring that down. So this will be 17, -17, and this will be -20. Great. And the last one here, let's just bring that out to 17. Cool, sounds great. Let's set that to 20 actually. Good. So now we have a good 3D thing over here. So once we're done with that, I'm going to take these three and drop it under the base, and I'm going to go and duplicate these, and this I'm just going to rotate it 360 degree, sorry, 180 degrees. So set this to 180, hit apply. And we also want to set the rotating, that's actually, let's drag this up, and let's see, let's actually not do that. So press Ctrl Z, and what we want to do is we want to go and select these cylinders, and we just want to set the radius to 5, and then we want to actually select this one and bring that out somewhere around just slightly bit. So here if we look at, we have 53 exactly, so this is 36, so let's just add 20 more centimeters and set that to 56. Let's try 46, that looks good. So we just want to add 10 more to each of these. So again 46, and we're going to take this and we're going to add 46, and we want to take these cylinders, take them out. We want to take these spheres and we want to bring those up so that it just touches our cylinder. So from -6, -17 aroundish to, we want to bring that to somewhere around -50 would do the trick. Oops. So somewhere around there. So I'm going to copy this and let's see, copy that and paste it and paste it, and I'm gonna go and copy this. No, actually not copy that. So let's go to the top view and we're going to place it properly. So we have this sphere, this sphere. Whoa, okay. So let me just Control Z all that out. Yeah, so this one we're just going to bring that out. That does not have to be precise, but you can keep it precise if you want. And yeah, so this is the basic set, and then we want to drag these cylinders in one by one, and again just close that up. So next let's create the body. So I'm just going to take the base and I'm just going to Control C, Control V it, and I'm going to delete these three inside, and I'm just going to call this logo. So I want to set the size to 200 by 200 by 200, and we can bring that up. If you want, you can add a slight fillet. Is the fillet there? So let's set the radius to, say, I think 1, and a small fillet to give, so let's add 2. Okay, that's perfect. And we want to place this exactly somewhere over there. That's perfectly placed. Let's take the sphere and try and flip it a minute. That looks brilliant. And we want to duplicate this logo, and we want to set this to around 180, 180, and 180. Let's actually bring this out. Nope. Yeah, like that. And it's actually 170 by 170. That should do the trick. And then we want to go and create a Boolean object and drop these two logos inside the bool, and then we have a clear-cut thing over here. And then we're going to go to MoGraph, MoText. We'll just wait for it to load. And I'm just going to put 2 letters here itself, DC. And then I'm going to go and choose a nice font. Come on. So I'm just going to use any, just a random font. Let's say Typographica, and drag that up. And we want to go to the front view, to place this real better. So let's zoom out and set this to middle alignment. And we want to shrink this down. So actually, let's use a tall font. So Tetra AMD, and then we want to bring this up. Okay, and sounds great. And then we're gonna go here and we're gonna place this right at the beginning over here, and we're gonna increase the depth till it reaches almost the end. Cool. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna edit this font a little bit. So I'm gonna press C to make it editable, and press C, and select all this, right click, connect objects plus delete, drag this out, delete this, and I'm gonna go here and here select the points tool. We got points, yeah. So I'm just gonna go and select live selection tool, make sure uncheck only select when is off, take this, and I'm gonna drag that up real much. Yeah, so that looks pretty awesome. And close this up, and let's go to the front view and see what we get. Okay, we get a nice logo over there. So now I'm just going to make this bool editable. So we can right click, connect objects plus delete. We can drag this out. We can remove these, let these selection tags, we don't need them. Let's delete this bool. And now we're going to set up a hierarchy. So in the hierarchy, we want I'm just going to name this box, and under that I'm going to drop in I'm just going to name this logo as well, and I'm going to drop in all these spheres as well. Okay, that looks completely perfect. Now we're just going to make up the animation. So we're going to be using some target tags. So I'm just going to open this box up. I'm going to actually start naming the spheres. So okay, so here goes the way I'm going to name it. So I'm going to go in the clockwise direction. So this will be 1. This sphere I'm going to name this 1. Then this sphere I'm going to name it 2, and I'm just going to take this down, and this one I'm going to name it 3. So it's clearly understood. And same as here, this will be 3. This one will be 1, and this one will be 2. So for better understanding. Okay. So here at the base, I'm going to go right click, go to Cinema 4D tags, and choose a target tag. And here in the target tag, I'm going to drop in this sphere. So I'm just going to drop that in, and we already see some weirdness over here. So there's a small problem, and I'm just going to fix it right now, show you guys what I have to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 1 2 3 the top spheres of the box, and bring that out, and we're going to do the same for the base and bring that out, and we're going to go and open up all these, and we're going to take the cylinders and drag them out as well. Okay, because this creates a lot of the axis problems and all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Cinema 4D tags and add a target tag to each of the spheres, and put that on all the spheres we got over here. And on the bottom sphere 1, I'm going to drop in the top sphere as a target object, and for 2 I'm going to drop in 2, and for 3 I'm going to drop in 3, and we're going to reverse the thing over here. So here for 1, for the top sphere, I'm going to put in the bottom sphere 1 as the target object. For 2 is going to go 2, and for 3 is going to go 3. So once we've done that, then we're going to drop in the cylinders inside the spheres, drop in everything, and let's close this up, and we're going to take these 3 spheres, drop it inside the base, and we're going to take this up, and we're going to drop these 3 inside the logo. And now I think we're good to go about it. So now if we take the box and we move it up, we see there's a amazing cool the hydraulics moving around perfectly. Great, isn't that amazing? Anyway, so I'm just going to Control Z and bring this to the normal. Okay, so now I'm just going to make some animation. You guys can use whatever you want. So I think I'm going to increase the size of these cylinders a bit, so, because I think they're too small. So take these 3 cylinders and go to Object and set the radius to around 9 or 8 actually, and take these 3 and set this to around 6. Okay, it's perfect, gives it a good look. So I'm going to go and animate the box. So I'm going to set the number of frames to 200 in total, and I'm going to go take the box, and we're We're gonna go and set this to around 225 to give it a round figure. Let's make a keyframe, and we want to make a keyframe everywhere. So just click this button, and then we will go to 50 frames, and we're just going to take this up a little bit, say around 250. Oops, 250, and I'm going to set the P to around 7. So make a keyframe over there, and then we'll go to frame 60, and I'm going to set this to -2, -12, and -11, and then we can just bring this and bring this front, and then I'm just going to set a keyframe over there, and then let's go to 85, and I'm going to set this to -110, -20, -15, and then we're going to drag this up, bring it down, send it a little back. Okay, and set a keyframe. Then let's go to a 100th frame. I'm going to set this to -100, and this to 0, and this to 5, and then we want to set the Z to say something around 7, and we want to bring it out to the side and make a keyframe. I mean, you guys can put in any values you want. So let's see what we get. So it goes up and does this cool animation kind of a thing. Once we've done that, we want to go and choose F curves and do some cool adjustments. So I think I'm going to delete the scale over here, and here in the position of X, how do I see only this one? Whatever. So we want to go and make some nice curve adjustments. Let's just zoom in over here, so so that it zooms in and zooms out and all that. So drag these and put this in, and take this and make them smaller, so that the amount of smoothness reduces, and we get a more kind of a fast moving animation. So let's just check that out. So it goes up, and so yeah, that's pretty much kind of animation you would want. So you can make go to 200 frames and make that up. So I just made this for the for just to show you guys. So the last thing, let's finish it off with a cool, oh actually, why is this box? Okay, so we want to set this to 0 and set a keyframe, and go make a texture. So in the material, I'm just going to go to the color and set this to a blue color. So 00255, and go to the luminance and set the same value, 00255. Set the brightness to 50. Go to reflection, add a Fresnel texture, set the brightness to 10 and the mix strength to 20. And then we're going to go and drop it on the box. So actually, let's drop it on the cube, on the logo. And actually, I'm going to drop it on the box. I'm going to duplicate this material and set this color to a nice 200-ish white. So 200-ish white, and then drop this on the logo, and then we want to duplicate this material once again, and we want to add a black texture to this, and we want to drag these on the spheres, okay. And I'm going to duplicate this again and give it a, actually go here, I'm going to make this complete white, and here in this I'm going to go to the color and set that to 50% gray, to say on 150, 150 and 150, and same in the luminance, 150, 150 and 150. And then we're going to go take this and put these on the cylinders, the inner cylinders, and we want to take it and drag one on the base as well. Okay, so let's delete this. Yeah, so now I'll just make a hit small render and see what we get. So we get something like this. So this is pretty much the tutorial, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the tutorials. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, drop in a comment anything you want me to make, your views and opinions, or any changes to my the way I make the tutorial. So thanks again for watching it very much. See you again in a new tutorial. Bye bye.